You can make large cones or small cones. To make the cones, you'll need paper, scissors, a stapler, and aluminum foil. Take a sheet of watercolor or tempera paper measuring 15 centimeters by 21 centimeters. Take the paper from the narrow side and roll it. Follow the line so that the tip follows along the edge. Roll it into a cone. Shape it a little to the desired size. Then, take the stapler and staple it once or twice to make it sturdier. Now, this step is very important. We need to cut this part with scissors to make it fairly even. Trim it a little more. Let's check. It must stand upright. The cone must stand on its own. Then take the foil and cut 3 pieces slightly larger than the paper. Place the cone at the edge, pull it slightly tight, and just roll it. We'll just make a small cut here so we can fold it over more easily. Press it a little, flatten it a bit. Check that it stands upright. Let's knead the Kono pizza dough. For 2 cones, you'll need 100 grams of white wheat flour. "50 milliliters of water, 5 to 7 grams of yeast, a teaspoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of flour. 30 milliliters of olive oil. Add water to the yeast, stir, and wait for the yeast to activate. Mix the flour with half a teaspoon of salt. Add the dissolved yeast and water. Add 30 milliliters of oil and knead the dough. Let the dough rest for 5 minutes, then knead it again. Once the dough is well kneaded, set it aside and prepare dough for the other cones. The filling for Cono pizza can be of your choice: cheese, ham, chicken breast, olives, vegetables, mushrooms. Now, we'll generously grease the molds with softened butter. Take one dough ball, knead it lightly, and divide it into 2 equal parts. Shape it a little without flour and stretch it into a circle. Then, take one cone and wrap the dough around it. Brush the edge lightly with water. Press gently and do the same with the rest. Carefully place the cones in a preheated oven at 200 degrees. Bake for 15 minutes at 200 degrees. After 15 minutes, the cones are baked. Carefully remove the cones from the molds and place them in a pot. Once the cones are removed from the molds, we can fill them. First, place a few rounds of ham in each cone to fill the gap at the bottom. Then, add in layers what you like: some cheese, some ham. If you're adding vegetables, steam them first. Add the mushrooms and the rest of the vegetables. Now we can add a little tomato sauce or ketchup. And finally, add a little more cheese and olives. I grated some extra mozzarella on top. Now let's put it in the oven to melt. Bake for approximately another 10 to 15 minutes. Enjoy! Subscribe for more recipes.